Once upon a time, there was a curious little squirrel named Nutty. Nutty lived in a cozy treehouse, high up in a great oak tree, deep in the heart of the forest. Nutty loved playing and exploring, but there was one thing that always caught his attention: the mysterious magic forest, which no one dared to enter. The trees there were taller than any Nutty had ever seen, and strange glowing flowers bloomed only under the moonlight. One bright morning, Nutty was sitting on a branch when a soft voice suddenly whispered in his ear, "If you seek adventure, follow the glowing trail tonight." Nutty turned around, but there was no one there. He rubbed his eyes, confused, but a curious feeling bubbled inside him. Adventure, a glowing trail, he thought, excited. That night, under the shining moon, Nutty decided to follow the trail. As night fell, Nutty ventured into the dark forest, and sure enough, a glowing trail appeared before him. It sparkled with golden dust, leading him deeper into the forest. The trees whispered, and the wind sang, but Nutty wasn't afraid. He was full of excitement. After walking for a while, Nutty came across a giant twisted tree with a sparkling door in its trunk. The door creaked open by itself, and inside was a glowing, magical world. "Welcome to the magic forest," a friendly voice called. Nutty looked up to see a tiny creature with wings like a butterfly fluttering above him. "I'm Pixie," the creature said. "I'm here to guide you through the forest. But to pass, you must solve 3 challenges." Nutty gulped, feeling a bit nervous, but he took a deep breath and asked, "What are the challenges?" Pixie waved her magic wand, and the first challenge appeared before them. It was a sparkling river glowing under the moon. Pixie said, "To cross, you must answer my riddle. What has keys but can't open locks?" Nutty thought for a moment. He looked at the sparkling river, wondering if the answer was hidden within its currents. Then an idea popped into his head. "Is it a piano?" he asked. Pixie smiled. "That is correct." The river parted, creating a bridge of light, and Nutty stepped onto it, feeling like a true hero. Next, Nutty and Pixie flew to the second challenge. It was a maze made of mirrors, each reflecting a different version of Nutty. Some were happy, some were sad. Some Nutties were brave, and others were scared. Pixie warned, "Be careful, Nutty. To escape this maze, you need to find your real reflection. Otherwise, you'll be lost forever." Nutty gasped. All the Nutties seemed real, and he couldn't tell which one was truly his. He felt dizzy, unsure which path to take. Suddenly, Nutty stopped. He realized something important. His reflection didn't show his appearance, but instead, what mattered most to him, his true heart. With this thought in mind, Nutty looked for the mirror that showed him not as a perfect Nutty, but as a small brave squirrel with a big heart. When he approached that mirror, the maze doors opened, and Nutty had passed the second challenge. But the adventure wasn't over yet. Pixie led Nutty to the last challenge. It was a beautiful meadow, full of glowing flowers that danced in the moonlight. These were no ordinary flowers. They only bloomed in the magic forest and glowed with an otherworldly light. "These flowers will only bloom if you dance with them," Pixie said, giggling. Nutty felt a blush creep onto his cheeks. He wasn't good at dancing, but Pixie encouraged him. "Don't worry, Nutty. Just let the music guide you." As the flowers swayed, they created a magical melody that filled the forest. Nutty closed his eyes and started moving to the rhythm. He twirled and hopped, feeling the joy of the music fill him up. And as he danced, the flowers bloomed one by one, glowing brighter and brighter. Suddenly, the sky burst with color, and fireworks exploded in the air. Nutty and Pixie watched in awe as the entire magic forest celebrated. The dancing flowers illuminated the path ahead. guiding Nutty deeper into the heart of the glowing woods. After what felt like an eternity, the path led them to a clearing, bathed in moonlight. In the center stood a magnificent oak tree, its branches reaching towards the sky like welcoming arms. At its base lay a sparkling pool of water, and above it hung a huge glowing acorn. The sight was so breathtaking that Nutty couldn't help but gasp. The clearing shimmered with magic, making Nutty feel as though he had stepped into a fairy tale. Then Pixie turned to Nutty, her eyes twinkling with excitement. "This is the heart of the magic forest," she said, "and that acorn is the source of its power. It's said that whoever touches it can have their deepest wish granted." Nutty's mind raced. He could wish for anything: mountains of nuts, a cozy treehouse made of pure gold, or even wings to fly like Pixie. But as he looked around at the beautiful, magical forest, he knew that what he really wanted was for this place to stay safe forever. He turned back to Pixie and said, "I want to protect this forest. I wish for it to stay magical and free from harm." Pixie's eyes widened in surprise. "Oh, Nutty," she said softly, "that is a selfless wish, but a wonderful one. The magic forest will forever be protected." With that, the glowing acorn descended from the tree, landing in Nutty's paws. It pulsed with warmth, and Nutty felt a surge of magic flow through him. Pixie fluttered closer, her voice filled with wonder. "The magic forest chooses you, Nutty, as its guardian. As long as you carry the glowing acorn, you'll be able to guide those who get lost and keep the forest safe from danger." Nutty felt a sense of responsibility and excitement. He looked out over the magical landscape, knowing that he had an important task ahead of him. Suddenly, a gust of wind rustled through the leaves, and the animals of the forest emerged from their hiding places. Squirrels, rabbits, deer, foxes, and even owls gathered around Nutty, their eyes shining with gratitude. Pixie raised her magic wand, and the clearing filled with colorful lights. As the celebration continued, Nutty knew that his life would never be the same again. He was no longer just an ordinary squirrel. He was Nutty, the guardian of the magic forest, and so Nutty lived happily ever after in the magic forest. He used his acorn to help anyone who needed it, and made sure the forest stayed magical. And whenever the moon shone bright, Nutty and Pixie could be seen dancing among the glowing flowers, celebrating the beauty of the enchanted wood. The end.